We were all excited that morning, a rare kind of excitement that came from skipping regular classes and heading out on a weekend school camping trip. Mr. John, our English teacher, walked among us with his usual relaxed confidence, joking that 2 days in nature would reset our teenage brains. By the time we reached the petrol station on the edge of Ash Pine Forest, everyone jumped out of the van to stretch. The air smelled like gasoline, hot asphalt, and pine, the strange mix you get just before civilization ends and wilderness begins. That's when the cat appeared. She emerged from behind the trash bins near the air pump, a small black and white cat, too thin for her size, but bright-eyed and strangely poised. She stared at us as if she had been waiting. "Hey, look!" Mia knelt down, her voice softening. "Come here, sweetheart." The cat didn't hesitate. She walked straight to us, tail raised, confident like she owned the place. Jason opened a bag of chips and offered her a few pieces. She sniffed them, unimpressed, but when Liam tore off a piece of his chicken sandwich, she perked up instantly. "She likes you," I said, noticing how the cat rubbed her head against Liam's leg. He smiled faintly. "Guess she's hungry." We fed her until she seemed full, watching her purr and curl around our ankles. She didn't behave like a stray, more like something familiar, something intelligent. Mr. John joined us, amused. "Don't get too attached, guys. She probably belongs to the station." But I couldn't shake the feeling she wasn't just any cat. Her eyes tracked us thoughtfully, almost protectively, as we loaded back into the van. When we finally drove away, she sat on the curb watching us, like she wanted to follow. We laughed about her in the van, joking about making her our class pet. None of us realized how important she would become. Ash Pine Forest swallowed the sunlight as we drove deeper in. By the time we reached our campsite clearing, the cat felt like a distant memory, or at least something belonging to the civilized world we had left behind. We set up tents. The sky shifted orange. The forest hummed with insects. But as night came, the hum died. Everything became too quiet. When Liam screamed, we thought at first it was a prank, but when we saw him at the edge of the trees, white as bone, trembling, it became clear this wasn't a joke. "She was calling my name," he whispered. A woman, but her voice was split. Like two people speaking through each other. Mr. John tried to settle everyone, but there was tension in his eyes too. The cat from the petrol station felt far away now, as if she belonged to a safer world. We slept terribly that night. Except Liam, he didn't sleep at all. Something kept whispering to him, something only he could hear. The next morning, Liam looked worse. Sunken eyes. Cold sweat. A kind of fear that seemed to cling to him. "She wants me," he muttered. "She keeps calling." We brushed it off until the forest suddenly fell silent, no birds, no wind. Then a cold breeze swept over us, chilling us to the bone. "Liam." A voice drifted from the trees, hollow and wet, like it echoed through a well. The forest tightened around us. Mr. John's face paled. "Everyone pack up. Now." We tried to leave. But every path twisted in a way that felt impossible. Landmarks repeated. Trees seemed to shift. We were trapped. By sunset, fear thickened in the air. Liam kept shivering, whispering random fragments. And then, something unbelievable happened. Branches rustled. Leaves parted. From between the trunks, stepping lightly over the moss, the cat appeared. The same black and white cat from the petrol station. She walked directly to Liam and pressed her head against his leg protectively. "How did she get here?" Mia gasped. "She shouldn't have." The forest was miles from the petrol station. But the cat curled beside Liam, eyes fixed on the darkness as though she smelled something terrible approaching. And she was right. When night swallowed the clearing, the fire weakened. Shadows stretched unnaturally long. Liam collapsed, clutching his head. "She's here," he whispered. "She's coming." The cat arched her back and hissed, a deep, furious sound. Then we saw her. A woman-shaped figure drifted between the trees. Her hair hung wet and heavy, dripping like black vines. Her face was blurred and shifting, as though underwater. Her long limbs seemed to float rather than move. "Give him to me," the ghost rasped. We froze. But the cat didn't. She leapt in front of Liam, her fur glowing faintly like warm embers. When the spirit reached toward the boy, the cat struck her with her paw. A burst of golden light exploded. The ghost shrieked, recoiling, smoke rising from where the cat had touched her. The air trembled with her scream. "She's protecting him," Sarah whispered. Over and over, the ghost lunged, and each time, the cat's glowing body created a shield of light. Finally, with a powerful leap, the cat landed on the ghost's chest. A blinding flash consumed the clearing. When the light faded, the spirit was gone. The forest exhaled. The night warmed. And Liam breathed normally for the first time in hours. At dawn, Liam woke weak but whole. The cat sat at the edge of the clearing, watching us with calm, wise eyes. Mr. John approached her slowly. "You saved his life," he whispered. The cat blinked once. Then she turned and walked into the forest, disappearing without a sound. We never saw her again. But none of us forgot that black and white cat who met us at a petrol station, followed us into a cursed forest, and protected one of us from something ancient and hungry.
Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting content.